Hello.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Bear with us in our technical difficulties. We will get things going. We'll open up to some questions for Kyla. Alexa?
How's it going, Kyla?
I'm good. I'm excited. How are you?
Good, good. How does it feel to actually, be on the road? Like it's game day, all the hard work that you put in over the last few weeks in training camp finally paying out for a game.
Yeah, like I said, I'm excited to really start the season and have a real season in the sense where we're traveling and going to the different arenas and going to the different cities. So we're just ready. We're hungry. We're ready to play and just get it started.
What's been the focus in the scout for Atlanta specifically?
It always starts with our defense. We always want to focus on our defense because that leads to our offense. And we know they have really good, fast guards that are really going to push the tempo. So it's really just like stopping the ball, making sure we're loading, making sure we're playing team defense, where people aren't playing one-on-one because we know, they have really crafty guards and they're a really good team. So we just got to make sure we're on point defensively and everything will start flowing and gelling for us.
Gotcha. Thanks, Kyla.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte?
Hello, it's Charlotte. Nice to see you again.
Hey.
How was the road trip itself, considering it was your first official WNBA one?
It was fun. So far, got here with no problems. It's not like college where when you get here, you have all these different things. No, they kind of just like give you your time to get your own food. If you need treatment, you can hit up the trainer, but it's just been pretty chill. We can't do much because, we're in COVID protocol, so we can't go out or anything, but it's been really nice. It wasn't that bad of travel. We didn't have to drive to New York like the last time. So it was really nice. I rested and I'm ready for today.
Rafiq?
How excited are you to finally play opening day?
I'm so excited. My parents are coming to the game, so this will be their first time like actually seeing me play in my first WNBA game in person. And so I'm just really hungry to get the season tipped off. I can't believe it's finally here. I know my teammates and I are just ready to go out and play our hardest and do what we do. So yeah, it's game day. It's game day. It's a great day.
Have you watched the ESPN 144 documentary yesterday? And if you have, what's it like being able to rewatch everything that you guys went through in the WNBA bubble last year in an hour and a half?
Yeah, of course I watched it. I was tuned in last night in my hotel, and it was amazing to rewatch it. Because I actually lived it. I was there, and so it was so much that was going on. So they really couldn't put everything in a 1.5 hour doc, but being able to have that documentary for us about us and what we did that year and what we went through despite the pandemic, all the things that were going on in our country in terms of like politics, social justice. And so it was really amazing to really see how it panned out and what they captured. And, it brought back memories, brought back a lot of emotions of what we were feeling when we were in the bubble, when everything was going on. And it's really nice. I'm glad that I have something to look back on, through ESPN to remember that season because it was a historic season. It was my rookie season. And so it was just something that I'm always going to cherish. I think they did a good job. They were trying to get as much as they possibly could, but there were so many things that happened in the bubble that was left out that they couldn't, weren't able to put together. But it was really nice that they were able to put a doc of what we went through because it was definitely an experience and something that we can all bond over for the rest of our lives, those who were in that bubble.
And to wrap it up, how much of an honor is it for your team in general to be going up against Eric McDonald?
Say it again? It was breaking up.
How much of an honor is it for your team altogether to be going up against Eric McDonald in her first game of the WNBA?
We're just excited to go out there and play. Of course, we scouted her. Of course, she's a great player, first round pick. But, it's about the team defense, and what we need to execute and do in order to get the dub. And, of course, we were keyed in on her, but they also have, Kennedy Carter, Courtney Williams. They have a lot of good guards, Odyssey Sims. The list goes on. So, we're excited to play her. I watched her play. She's a great player. So I'm excited to see her game in person. But, we're focused on the whole team.
Carla, It's Brendan. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
One of the things that I felt like you did last year was your confidence to shoot the ball, and Coach Miller has been on record that you can continue to extend your range. I'm just curious what goes into your routine to continue to become a better shooter within the offense.
Yeah, one, it takes confidence, like you said, just making sure, having that mentality that I'm gonna hit the shot, take the shot when I'm open, and looking for my shot, not in a selfish way, but just having that confidence. And Coach Miller always gives me the confidence to keep shooting. So that's one thing. And then two, just repping, getting a lot of reps in, after practice, I'm getting extra shots up before practice. In practice, I'm making sure I'm keying in all the fundamentals and, techniques that I need to do in order to have a more consistent, good shot. And so it takes time, it takes practice, but that's why I'm here. That's what I do every single day. And, I'm willing to make the adjustment and make it work to become the best player I could possibly be.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Rika will be the last question for Kyla.
Hey, Kyla, Tarika here,
Hey.
ESPN Radio. I know how difficult it is to kind of get yourself in a rhythm when you're working with the training camp roster, but now that the final roster is selected, what's the chemistry like? How are you guys feeling as far as playing as a team and bringing that balance together?
I think we're, more confident now that we have a lot of our vets back, people who know the system. We have more of a flow. Watch the training camp, we had a lot of great players, but they were so new to the league and to Connecticut itself. And so it was kind of slow trying to reteach everything, including myself. I had to relearn stuff. But now that we have the vets who know how to play in this league, in the system, there's a lot of flow. It's very fast paced, more intense. And that just makes us better. It makes us, have to pick up the pace and get on their pace, and it makes us a better player. So, it's great to have our vets back. They're our leaders. They showed and paved the way for us. And so, adding JJ and Bree for this game, it's been great. Their talk, their communication, their energy, and we're just going to feed off of it moving forward. And we're just waiting for Jazz Thomas to come in and, seal the deal.
Thanks, Kyla.
Oh,
This is not a flattering angle.
you can adjust however you. So it's been a trip for the Zoom here today. So we'll get going though. Rafiq, we'll start off with you.
Hey, Dejanay, how excited are you to finally play an opening day?
Super excited. This is what I've dreamt of all my life. And so it's finally coming into fruition and couldn't be more excited.
And have you watched the ESPN 144 documentary yesterday? And if you have, what are your thoughts about seeing all the women before your time go through what they went through last summer?
Yeah, I watched it last night and it was really special. Just the time, the climate that we were in as a nation. So it was just really special that all of that was able to be documented and shared with us. And I just saw like raw authenticity, and it was super special because there's so many battles that we as athletes have to fight internally that the world doesn't really see. And so it was really cool for everyone to get to see that it's not just we have to worry about memorizing plays and who we're playing and the scout and things like that, but there's other things outside of basketball that also are occupying our minds. So I thought it was special.
Thank you for your time.
We'll go to Alexa, followed by Charlotte.
Hey, Dejanay, good to see you. For this game specifically, and also just it being the first game, we've heard just the coaches and also even Kyla just now talk about how everything starts with your guys' defense. And so obviously I know you take pride in your defense and you know that that's something that could be your calling card. So what's your mindset, I guess, at least on that end of the floor going into this game, and what will you guys need to do defensively to help contain, all their speedy guards that they have?
Yeah, I mean, you finished with it. Really, they have a lot of speed at all their positions, and so that's going to be a big thing for us is just to contain. Obviously, they're not going to be held scoreless, but we have to make them make tough shots, and we have to make sure that every possession they see bodies, and it's not just open driving lanes. We have to congest the lane and make them see bodies. Even if we're not going to stay in there, we have to be there to make them think twice. So that's going to be a big thing, and just making sure that we get back in transition, because that's their best offense is transition. So we got to take good shots and take care of the ball. That's where our defense really starts.
Charlotte, followed by Tarika.
Nice to see you again. How have the last two practices been with the return, or last two or three, with the return of JJ and Brianne and just getting to work with them for the first time?
Man, JJ just dunks with ease and it's crazy. Like she'll just be in there warming up and just throwing it down. So that is just crazy to see every single day, you know. But just the speed has picked up because they are seasoned vets. So it's just faster and it's just more polished, and it's definitely helping me because I see the pace that I need to play at, and they make the reads that need to be made. Even in 5-on-0, they're able to say, okay, I'm making this read because in my mind, my imagination, the defense rotated here. So just talking to them and picking their brains, I said, oh, why did you make that pass as opposed to this one? Just seeing them and being able to understand their thought process on passes has really helped me over the past few days.
Tarika, followed by Brendan, and then that will be the last question.
Hey, DJ, Tarika here. Just wondering, are you feeling any additional pressure? I know coming into this season, specifically on a team where Alyssa Thomas has been missing, your name has come up quite often as that person that can bring that additional toughness, that additional lockdown that we would usually see from her. Is there any additional pressure that you're possibly feeling coming into this game knowing that?
No, because I know I'm not Alyssa Thomas, and I know that I can't be her. You know, she is one of the best to ever play, and I'm not that. And I hope to, you know, make strides towards kind of getting some of those skills that she has. But I don't expect myself to be Alyssa Thomas. I don't expect myself to fill in and do everything that AT did, because that's not possible right now, you know? So I'm just going to go out there and be the best DJ Carrington that I can be, and hopefully provide some of those things that we're missing because she's out. But, you know, as far as pressure to kind of fill her gap, no, because I know that we are not the same player, and she brings things that I can't bring right now.
All good. Thanks, DJ.
And we'll finish with Brendan.
Hi, DJ. One thing that you are familiar with is coming off the bench, and you did so really well in your role with Baylor. What is it that you do to stay ready? Because you'll be in a similar spot here when your name is called. How do you stay ready to go, to come in and be like ready to go right when you take the floor?
It's definitely something that is a learning process. I don't think at the beginning of last year I was as prepared to do that as I am now. And as the year went on, I kind of found little tips and tricks and things like that. But, you know, I try to I think about it as, what can I learn right now on the bench that I couldn't have learned if I started? So one of the biggest things is seeing how the defense is playing screens, seeing how they are guarding all of us on pin down screens, or on if they're chasing over, under, if they're icing, things like that. Those things you can't see if you start, you know what I mean? Because it's just going to happen right there. But being on the bench, I'm able to see, okay, so this is how they're playing. So this is maybe a counter that I can do. And so I think that that's one thing that's I try to focus on when I'm on the bench, but also just, you know, I stay locked in because I'm so energetic and I just am cheering the whole time. So I don't really miss a play because I'm trying to cheer my team on, and inadvertently I'm paying attention to what's happening, you know? Right. So it all works together.
It's great. Thank you.